What's up, guys? Welcome to today's video. So look, unless you've been living under a rock, you've seen all of the publicity, we'll call it, for NPFL, or the National Pro Fishing League, announcing a ban on forward-facing sonar. You'll notice that Bassmaster, or maybe you didn't, but Bassmaster followed suit today with clarification on what their policy is going to be, which is a reduction in total screen size and a one transducer rule. And then, of course, I'm pretty sure Major League Fishing is going to be somewhere behind them in the relatively near future. I imagine it's already being discussed. I imagine they'll probably do something that's a hybrid of the two. You know, maybe an event ban, maybe, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they'll do the same exact thing Bass did. Again, who knows? But the purpose of today's video is KBF. So obviously when these announcements come out, my phone starts getting blown up. I also am the kind of person that can't open up social media and not see a bunch of stuff about, you know, the ban and all the commentary. And so as a tournament series director for kayak fishing, I know there's a lot of people that are going to say, oh, KBF's really not doing that many tournaments anymore. We're still doing the national championship. We're still doing the championships, and our challenge series has more competitors than any series in the country. So I still have to think about the tournament series thing, you know, pretty substantially, because it's a big part of our brand and it's a big part of our business. It's not the primary focus like it used to be. So here's the deal. If you're watching all this forward-facing sonar stuff and you're a kayak fisherman that's been doing it more than a few years, you remember that we all went through this exact same thing when it came to motors. The motors were about as polarizing in the kayak world as the forward-facing sonar is in the fishing world. Probably not as much because the sport was smaller back then, but pretty dang on close. So realistically, here's my opinion on the whole thing. I was the first series to allow motors, and I went through all of the blowback. I went through all the stuff associated with it. And motors are kind of pretty much accepted now in all of your major series. When I accepted motors and people started criticizing me, I said, listen, there's two types of kayak fishing tournaments. There's the ones that allow motors and the ones that will. And I was 100% dead on with that. Even the series that came out and said they'll never allow motors ultimately allowed motors. So here is my ruling, if you want to call it that, on the way we're going to move forward with forward-facing sonar and motors in kayaks. I think they're the two most divisive topics. So we're not going to outright ban forward-facing sonar. We're going to give you a choice. You're going to either be able to use a motor or use forward-facing sonar, but you won't be able to use both. I'm not going to put any restrictions on forward-facing sonar if you decide to use it, transducer, screen size, any of that other stuff. But moving forward in KBF competition, especially championships, you'll either be able to use a motor or you'll be able to use a forward-facing sonar, a live imaging system, but you won't be able to use both. So hopefully that's a good compromise. Love to hear y'all's opinion on it. And we'll be putting this out via press release and the rules and all that good stuff officially here pretty soon. So let me know your thoughts. Hey, y'all, listen, North Alabama really is a place where fishing dreams come true. From top-notch guides to diverse fisheries to breathtaking scenery, head down to North Alabama where you can reel in the adventure of a lifetime. And discover unparalleled access to pristine waters loaded with everything from crappie to catfish to bass. So whether you're looking to load your cooler or catch a trophy, plan your next adventure by heading over to northalabama.org. Hey, listen, if you really thought I was going to limit forward-facing sonar or motors or any of that stuff, then you obviously don't really know me. You haven't been around the game for very long, because I think we've already limited ourselves by getting into fishing kayaks. So I just decided to have a little fun with it. Hope you guys watched the video to this point. And if you did watch the video to this point, do me a favor. Don't let everybody else in on the fact that that was pretty much a joke. Let them go nuts and do what they do, and then I'll come back out next week and do another video. So if you stayed and you watched this, don't let the people who didn't off of the hook, because this is really, it's a joke. I'm really just kind of having a little bit of fun with all of the effery associated with the forward-facing sonar stuff. So Anyway, y'all have a good evening. Have a good laugh on it with me. Get yourself some popcorn out and just, yeah, we're not banning Forward Facing Sonar or motors. We're just going to have fun, grow the series, grow the sport, raise each other up, have a good community, let all that fighting stuff happen somewhere else, but not here. Love y'all. I'll see you in the next video.